If you like tough games where your choices impact gameplay, here, Siege Survival is for you. Hello everybody, it's Mardax here, and if you wanna discover new and cool indie games or sometimes get news from gaming world, don't forget to subscribe and ring a bell. Now, today I wanna show you Siege Survival, which is tough and sometimes questionable indie game title that will be released 18 May. To be honest, if you happen to like all this war of mine, then for sure you will like this game. Story is short, but it's grow as you play further and further. Your medieval town, place of work, and also your home becomes target of enemy. Hostile clan attacks land of your country and choose your peaceful life to change as dramatic as it can be in less than one day. But your people send message with information and ask for help, and that's your hope. Only hope to end this nightmare. As you took cover in demolished bastion, you have to organize base that will let you and your companions survive. You will need plenty of food, water, meds and many buildings resources because enemy doesn't leave town yet. Lots of guards and volunteers choose to defend bastion as long as they can in waiting for hope. But they also need somebody that will repair their armors or weapons. They need rations. They need water, and you and other civilians that survive needs to find it for them. Problem is that you also need this and nobody will help you. Game is separated in two ways. They, where you, alone or together with other survivors that are still alive, need to take care of bastion place, build workbenches and other type of small buildings that you will use to craft and make resources or items you and your small army will need. Also there you need to patch wounds of your group and keep them fresh and healthy, because if your people are tired, exhausted, hungry or wounded, they will do all actions you ask but much slower and you will limit your options to do per day phase. Also, if your people are extremely exhausted, in some cases they can finish work you ordered them to do, but after that they will fall on the ground and keep sleeping. As for food, cause it can be problematic, even more than water, you need to keep your animals fed too. Because yes, we have hen house and even you have place for more animals, but it also will require you to keep looking for resources to feed your animals. So salvation, but also problem. Game informs you that in crisis times you can use for example chicken as meat, but you will feed your character once. And in long term you will lose the source of eggs. So that are tough choices, but there is also a night. While night you have to choose what your people need to do. As from my experience with Siege Survival demo, I had only 2 men to manage, so it was simple. After crafting bed in Bastion Keep, one of people will stay at base and second one will go scavenging around the city. And also here before start you can choose what type of items chosen character will take with them for that night. But of course every item will gonna take one place in your backpack. So for this type of gameplay, rules are simple. As you jump from one place to another and of course keeping your noise level low, after searching certain ruins or left behind goods, you will get loot info or what type of resources your character find. You can choose what interests you the most or take all if you have space enough. Also what's cool and helpful that if your survivor search some place and you leave items there, while next night you don't need to spend time on searching. Just get to place and pick up items that are left behind. On the other hand, that also is a small problem, because as in demo version, there were no randomly generated items in places you discovered. If you will empty some stuff, then they will remain empty. But with some nights, new places pop-ups are available to scavenge, but that's not guaranteed. And also, this was still demo, so I don't know how it will be directly in a full release. At night there is also more things to do. You can find dead rotten body that prevents you from going to location because your character can get sick. The solution to that is torch. Use it to burn corpses and go without the problem. As I mentioned before, taking items will limit your space in your backpack, but using that item will break it. Another type of things available at night are certain events. While walking on empty streets, you can happen to find locations that are marked with green exclamation mark. As you approach event, on screen will be short story or what's happening, and mostly you will get to choose what to do. And here, like in this war of mine, often you happen to do questionable things, but you can obtain needed resources. It depends on you. Of course, it's just a game, so you can care about improving your situation only, but as creators claims, your choices will have impact on game. Also, if you will get enough immersion, it will be harder to choose some options. And last but problematic thing are patrolling enemies. At the beginning you don't have any weapons, so best option is to keep hidden in bushes as your enemy will go further to save distance. But it took valuable time, and if you will stay in the city to the morning, more enemies will appear and easily get you. At least game informed that because I didn't try to stay that late. With enough luck you can fight and try to defeat one of them and take his loot. But also you can be badly wounded and later needs healing and rest when you get back to the base. Also, game informs that where enemies will find you while scavenging, simply just run, but they will increase awareness and killing enemy will increase it even higher. What does do? At next night there will be more guards patrolling area. Staying at night in base will decrease it, but you know, something for something. As you get back to the base, finally, still there can be plenty of problems because enemies can try to ambush your bastions, so you will need to try to help your guards as fast as you can by repairing their stuff or sending them food and bandages. On top of the screen there is a bar split in half that informs of current situation and if your people have better chances to win or not. Even while you not participate in fight actively and you think it can be harder, still you can get harmed or your buildings can get destroyed, so you will need to repair them. While ambushes at bastions, enemy can randomly throw rocks from trebushes or send hundreds of fire arrows. Probably in full version there will be more problems, so game with every day can get harder and harder. To be honest, game looks fun and I had fun, maybe you too. Graphic is good enough and works with entire setup. UI is readable and I didn't have any problems. Also remember to not building everything too close together because it can make harder to read what's available in certain places, and also all of the places can be destroyed in one falling rock or something. But after all, game looks good. As for music, I think it's good and suits well with gameplay. It won't take your focus from the game and works fine. It's doing its purpose well, to be a background music. If you wanna get more info about the game, go to the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, so you can leave a like for YouTube algorithm. And again, don't forget to subscribe if you wanna get more indie games and more content for gamers. See ya!